Hi everybody, it's Chartsky. When we did the March recap, I promised that I would pick some specific days that show specific things. And let's start here with March 18th. This was a fairly dead morning, whippy. We got the daily profit target plus, but it didn't come fast and it didn't come particularly easy. Um, you need patience sometimes. So that's what this video is going to show: patience, how we enter a trade, and more importantly, how we manage a trade once we're in. And this is the audio and the video from the live trading room, March 18th. All right, sitting here waiting 42.10 for a 25 tick crude oil trade. And let's try 2033 in the S&P. This will be a 5-point trade to make new highs. We probably have to hold it through 9:30. Slow, dead price. Computer whip in the S&P at the last 12 minutes. Just whip, whip, whip down, whip up, right back to the middle. So let's just be patient. We're one good trade away. Come on, one tick away from us in crude oil. It's hitting on us. This thing is feeling light. And we're in. All right, we're in crude. 25 tick trade, looking for this to be the retracement and the move to continue back up. Five minutes until 9:30. Oh, you weren't filled the first time? Okay. I thought it would come through a tick or so. But you're all in. Everybody's in, right? Well, this crude oil just looks like it wants to come a little bit lower. That may have done it. All right, I'm gonna raise the S&P buy to 35. We have to come up another tick or two. 35 and a quarter, the buy. Maybe taking off without us into the open. One more tick and that's it, 35 half. All right, in at 35 half. I don't much like it up here. We got to really make new highs for this one to pay off. Although we could easily see that at the open. This is just aggressive. We're going to have to use our profit here in crude oil for this stop. So if it wasn't for that, we really couldn't take this trade. It makes a big difference when you get one in the bank. Two minutes until 9:30. Everything was saying this thing's trying to go higher into the open, and it is. It's on the high of the day or high of the session right now. That's the high of the session, and just broke through. Don't know why crude oil's not following it up any better. Isn't this amazing? S&P's back up to 2038. Crude oil's up to $42 a barrel. The banks and the banksters are happy as they can be, and all is right with the world according to them. All it took was their friends at the Fed saying we're not going to raise the interest rates anymore for a while. Of course, that's oversimplified, but that's most of what it is. But we don't care. We'll make money if the market goes up, make money if the market goes down. All right, here we go, 9:30. It might come under us at 35 half. I'm not going to break even yet. Should have considerable buying coming in, push it up to new highs. 5 points is our target in the S&P. 25 ticks in crude oil, and it'll be a great add-on day to end a pretty whippy week. Had to do an afternoon session yesterday. You know, that's the first time we've done that in a while. Come on, S&P's up here within a point of the high of the day. That 2038 is the high of the session, and I think the high. May have gotten a little higher yesterday. I don't know, but we're close. We're close to new highs for a long time highs. All right, crude oil's trying to push up now a little bit. Remember, we got in late on the S&P. We got a surge, and so we jumped in so it can still come back through our entry one time and not bother us under these circumstances. That's almost a push in crude oil. We'll go to +1 in crude oil. You know what? I'm not going to +1 in crude oil. I'm going to bring it back down to 20 ticks is plenty on this. 15 probably enough. But that S&P is stuck in this little bitty range right here. It has not come back to our entry, and it can suck crude oil right back down. So I'm going to stay underneath until the S&P resolves for me. Remembering how much whip there is in these markets. All right, we're back to the entry in the S&P. That's all right. And even if it comes under just a little bit, that's all right, I think. And we're back to the entry right, just like we thought. Pulled it straight back in crude oil. All right, look, we'll let them play tug of war here in the S&P a little bit. Then the buyers should come in. Here goes crude right back up after whipping back. They're doing it in slow motion, but they're doing what you'd expect. This is the difference putting something in the bank makes. Gives you more room. All right, +1 in crude oil. She shouldn't come back now. S&P's hitting on the highs. I'm going to wait on that one. That's still 2.5 points away from the entry. And the way they spike this thing could make new, like we talked about at the highs. Could be playing games at just past 38. But crude oil should be on the way up to the target. That'll give us daily profit target plus, which is always a great way to end the week. See, they ran up here. Look at how volume. I don't trust this. Come on, crude oil. Give us 2 for 2 this morning. And then the S&P is icing on the cake. All right, S&P's pushing up through the new highs here. Now let's see. See if the buyers come in. Looks like they are. We still hadn't gotten out of crude oil. They're just having a remarkable time with any follow through. There's just not any till there's a spike. I still think we're okay. All right, we got crude oil. Go to break even in the S&P because we're sure not going to let it turn down. And we got the daily profit target plus, and let's see if we can add something in the S&P. Lock in a point in the S&P. Should keep going up. If it fails up here, we don't want to break even. We'll get something out of all this work. So I'm at plus 1 point in the S&P on a trailing stop. We got the daily profit target plus in crude oil. So like we say, this will just be icing on the cake in the S&P. It's not got a very convincing breakout up there, does it? Not to say it can't spike, but looks like we're going to get a point out of this S&P trade. It just wouldn't push. Okay, we got 1 point and that's it. But we had a great day. Done before 9:45. Daily profit target plus. Markets aren't moving for us to do an add-on. And I don't like the S&P to sell here. So we'll call it a day and call it a week. Okay, see if there's any questions and we'll deal with them. Otherwise, we're going to get an early start to the weekend. Bunch of good NCAA games, so that's what I'll be doing. Well, there you have it, the daily profit target plus, and we were done by 9:45 a.m. on a morning that was pretty slow and pretty whippy, as you can see there in the chart. It's not always fast and it's not always easy, but it's what you do after the entry, I believe, that's the most important. Here's the CFTC disclaimer. It's very important and I urge you to read it. And if you want more information or if you'd like to join us, please visit my blog at www.chartsky.com, or for questions, send me an email, chartskytrades@gmail.com. I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for watching.